Hello, welcome to our Iris by Kobetron training series. In this video, I'm going to show you how to run a progressive change request on multiple machines. If you want to see how to do it on a single machine, see our video on a single machine progressive change request. So I'm logged in as the casino agent. In this case, that's the account that's going to start the change request. I'm on the inventory page looking at Casino A. I'm going to select a couple of machines, so I'll just click on one and hold the shift key down and click on the next machine. I'm going to click on this circle that's made out of arrows on the action column. That is going to give me a list of all of the change requests that are available. And in this case, we're going to do the add remove progressives. So I'll click on that. And it's going to ask me to first create a project. So I'm going to give it today's date. And I'll just call it progressive project 1. And then I'll give it a description of just demo progressive project. So we'll go ahead and hit the submit button. That's going to create the progressive project 1 project. And from here, I can see the two machines that are going to be part of this change request. And I'm just going to hit the submit button. And we'll get the feedback the request was created. Now I'm going to navigate to the change request tab. And with any change request that you do multiple machines on, you'll see the actual change request here. I've got, if we look at the dates, we can see the two machines. I'm adding and removing the progressives. So I could review them from here if I want. But since I put them into a project, I can also click on the Projects tab. And I can see this new project. Click the More Info button. It's going to load up the project. And I can see the two change requests. They're available down here. And if I want, I can select the project by scrolling over a little bit, clicking on this Review Edit button, and it's going to load up the change request page for adding and removing progressives. It's going to look exactly the same as the change request we did on a single progressive. The only difference is we're in a read-only state right now, so we're going to click Edit Fields, and it's going to allow this to be editable now. So from here, I can click Add Progressive, and it's going to load up all the progressives that are available for this account that are approved. I'm going to just add this progressive to it. So I right-click, say Add to List, click Done Adding Progressives, and now my progressive is added to the list. And I'll go ahead and hit Submit. That's going to save the changes. And I could request approval from here, but since I've got a project with multiple machines in it, I want to do the approval request from the project level. So I'm going to close out of this, and I could do the same thing. I could add another progressive, clicking on here and following the same steps for this machine, and you would just repeat that for however many machines that you have in this change request. But once you're done with all of those steps, you can scroll down and you'll request regulator approval, and you'll see that the project status changed to regulator approval requested. So now I'm going to log in as the approver account. So now I'm logged in as the approver account, and I've navigated to the change request page. I'm going to click on projects and click the more info for the project that we're looking at. I can review this project by going through and clicking the review edit button on each one of these change requests and just looking through to make sure that it's got the right progressive on it and it's something that's approved. If it is, then once the regulator or whoever the approver is looks at all of these change requests and approves them, you can scroll down here on the project level. They could reject it, but in this case, I'm going to say everything's good and approve it. The status goes to approved. So now I'm going to log in as a casino agent and actually make these changes. So now I'm logged in as the casino agent. I'm on the projects tab on the change request page, and I've got this project that's been approved. I'm going to click the more info button on it, and I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to say complete the request. So what this does now, the project gets moved to a status of complete. If I look at the actual individual requests for these, they're both complete now. And if I click on the inventory item column, it's going to load up the change request, or it's going to load up the EGM in another page. And from here, I can scroll down and I should be able to click on this link to progressives and see the actual progressive once it loads up. This will be the progressive that we just installed on this machine through this change request. So we can see it here, the 542021 WAP2 is now installed on this machine.